So, somehow on this little table I still had room for all my piñatas and everything else. You might have a hard time seeing me. So I might move this guy. But anyway, I have a whole bunch of candy, and this was basically an ornament because I didn't have trick-or-treaters and I felt bad, and I just left this in the thing. And so I thought, well, you know, these will fit in the piñata. So this one's done. This is already nice and firm. It's not at all, there's no give to it, so it's ready to stuff. So, and this other one, what happened is the big guy, I accidentally blew out the one end and ripped the balloon. And so I've pulled that out, so that's ready to go. And so I'm making a stem on that end. And this guy, I didn't blow up, well, I'll show you. I didn't blow him up nearly as full. And so I was able to use the end as a stem. And so that's going to work out really nicely. And so I'll just set this here for now. And then I have this big bag of candy here also. So that guy's going to have a bigger opening because it blew out. So I can put bigger things in there. And I'll put little things in here because I only have a very small opening. Now, so I'll have to get this out of here. And then I'll use this opening to stuff the candy in. Now, I might have to cut the opening just a little bit bigger. We'll see. But if I have enough small candy, I'm not going to cut it at all. And then I'll just put the bigger candies in the bigger opening ones.
You had a successful Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
the Halloween package deal, right?
Well,
So,
it used to be that I'd buy candies, and when I moved here, I was really looking forward to giving out candy for Halloween because I love children, and I would like to see happy children, right? So I'm the kind of, I know a lot of people are like, oh, trick-or-treaters. Well, I really wanted to have trick-or-treaters, so I went out and I bought full-size chocolate bars, a whole bunch of them.
Full-size chocolate.
Yeah, I
don't
was
know
really
if I
excited.
ever got those. Maybe, you know, like once every other Halloween. You really went the extra mile. Wow, extra light year. And, oh, sorry. Because it's an important part of the story, right?
Mm-hmm. But I'd grown a whole bunch of pumpkins. And they were big, beautiful. I did a good job with the pumpkins that year. I had ones that were good size. And so, anyway, somebody came along before Halloween and they smashed my pumpkins.
I'd forgotten about
And
that.
I was heartbroken.
What bumheads. That was
They
here?
thought that was fun, yeah. And then Halloween, I got 0 trick-or-treaters. I was so sad.
I remember that, you know. I guess, you know, nasty people, it maybe is a survival skill to kind of forget about them.
But I'm in a location where trick-or-treaters don't come.
Yeah.
So luckily I ended up marrying James. He had his own house in a nice neighborhood. And I got some trick-or-treaters. But I was, you know, by that point, like, I'm going to have to set up there again now that I'm happy again. Because I was depressed for quite a few years, actually. And it really hit a serious low this winter. But, I mean, in hindsight, it was going on for a long time. But it's funny how things are like that. You don't notice, really. I guess you don't want to. So anyway, oh, this movie, Backroads. Anything to say about that, James?
I couldn't quite understand what was happening. Did he kill people, or what was
I
happening?
couldn't understand what was happening either.
No.
But the mother, like, it seemed like maybe it was him, but the mother was in prison somehow. I don't know exactly what happened there.
Right.
So
which one's Juliette Lewis? You know any of these names? Anyway, it was
that's
actually
the woman who was in prison.
okay.
That's the mother.
And
So anyway,
So this is kind of like a Kelly Bundy type, but
Well, no,
like
because
kind of
Kelly
psycho.
Bundy's a nice.
I know, but kind of psycho. So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, it was yeah. It seemed to be pretty good acting, weirdly enough. So.
I'm gonna have to pop this. There we go. Still haven't lost it. I don't want to lose any pieces of this. I don't want it to be recognizably a condom balloon inside a piñata for children. See, it doesn't matter what you use to shape your.
Could
So
be
you
a
got her all
balloon, you
out.
were saying, right?
I almost lost that end, which would be terrible because that is recognizably. So then I wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
use this for the purpose that I intended. But
Now it's
totally kosher.
Yeah.
You'd never know. Now it's
like
just
you were trying to
watermelon.
find the balloons, right? It just didn't work out.
Well, no, I just don't care. As far as I'm concerned, just because something starts out one way, it
Yeah.
doesn't end up that way, and it's perfectly fine.
This is true.
So as it turns out, I'm totally going to need to cut a bigger hole before I stuff my candy.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
there might be some small candy.
That'd be some small candies.
The kids.
So that's not going to work.
kids would be,
Oh, I'm making a mess.
yeah,
My monkey is leaking Twizzlers all over the place.
it's an awesome monkey there. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it looks like Curious George.
He's very handsome.
Has got food on his mind.
You don't want to eat your eggs right away.
Okay, I gotta drink
Oh, you gotta
this,
drink the
right?
juice. So, anyway, yeah, I wouldn't recommend that movie, Back Road. Neither of us could follow it very well.
Yeah. It's kind of slow paced. It was weird sort of thing.
I'm eating
Eventually
apple
works
there.
up to screaming, but yelling or whatever. Well,
So, yeah, our juice is just long red pointed peppers or whatever, and ginger. That's it. And James is having avocado sauerkraut, tomatoes, eggs, and organic flaxseed rye. And I'm having apple pear.
okay, this one's going to be a tough one.
Hmm.
Tell. I just licked off the fork. Good reaction.
Yeah, I put almost as much ginger in his as I put in mine today.
That was handleable. Just barely. Okay. What's going on?
Also, what I did today is I packed out a couple more of my goldenberry plants, the ones that were in the spare room that were huge, grown to the ceiling and tangled together. And so as you can see, I have a lot of clippings because there was no way I could get them out of there without breaking them. And I have still 2 more plants to get out of there.
No newspaper clippings. These are way better. This is awesome what you did with them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're alive. That's all they need to be. If I could show you the ones that I put out, what was that, last week? Week before? I don't remember. Anyway, I brought them out a while back, and they're really robust. You can see the leaves are darker green and stronger, and the stems look stronger and more purplish a little bit. So these are you'll see when, I don't need to show you those because you'll see these in a week from now, and they will look really happy too. So right now they're a little bit stressed out, and well, quite a bit, because they've been living in a fairly dark room, and it's really it's amazing that they managed to live over the winter in that room, because I didn't have enough window space for everybody, so I had to, there's west side window here, and get an okay amount of light, and so I thought I'd try it out, and they did manage to live. I did lose some plants, but I don't think I lost a single one of my goldenberries. So it's something to think about. If you like the taste of goldenberries, they certainly grow well in southern Alberta, and you can bring them in for the winter, stick them in a window that's not even that sunny, and they live. Then you bring them back outside, and then you get a whole bunch of cuttings. And what I'll have to do is I'll have to keep remembering to change the water and inspect my cuttings and see which ones are working out and which ones aren't, you know. And because like this guy here, I don't think he'll work out. But I don't know, right? I'll give him a couple days and take a look and then exchange the water. So I just use Brita water for the cuttings, but I don't necessarily have to. I have a little fruit fly landed on, or something, landed on my apple pear while I was chatting.
That's one of those Oriental pears, eh?
Mm-hmm.
They're awesome. Oh, I can't eat it when I'm eating.
Okay.
Thanks anyway.
Mm-hmm.